Yo, it's G-Double Movie up in here, yo. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Boom! You're watching fucking Potato Salad Show, straight at CKDU 88.1 FM.
Also, you're talking about the difficulty of looking at a camera and talking to a camera like it's a person. I started doing radio never thinking that I would need to worry about the visual aspect of it. I think if we'd filmed visually a lot of the early stuff, we would have been like appalled by the actions of ourselves. Maybe not. I don't think we've changed the show really that much at all with the camera looking. I try to ignore it, but it's really hard to look at the camera. It's really hard to stare in it and treat it like it's some people looking back at you, not just some weird lights reflected in the glass. And for people that do that, I think we look at TV stars and we look at maybe even newsreaders and we think, oh, that's not that hard. Or I think that we discount, is what I'm saying. Just the ability to animate an inanimate object and make it feel like someone's talking to you. And there isn't a recording device in the way. And I'm trying to do that right now, and it's really hard to keep that contact. And maybe no one will ever see this footage, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of job I do. Before the break where we played that track from The Addicts, which I highly recommend you go check out that album. It's called This Is For Us. I was talking about me being proud of the fact that Potato Salad Radio Show is really an us now, with having, Deprived as part of this. And speaking of us, one of the ways that you can get us music and that we can figure out like what's going on, and it's hard to keep your hand on everything that's happening in music and everything that's happening even in Scotian hip hop. There's a lot happening, and sometimes you're doing things and you're making things, you're putting things out, and maybe we're just not seeing it, or maybe you're not doing a good enough job making yourself seen. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot happening, and why risk us or whoever you want to know about your music missing it? Shoot it to us, bring it to us. Potato dot, by that I mean period, so potato.salad.radio@gmail.com. It's a great place to email anything that's too big for a Facebook message. It's too big for all kinds of different ways you can get it to us. If you have albums, give us a chance to know about you so that we can like you. We're probably going to like you. Our objective here is to get a lot of people in, as many people as we feel are doing things and are doing things of quality. We want them in. We want to catalog what's happening. This show is partly like what's happening, but it's partly a historical document that will hopefully serve a purpose even next week, but maybe 10 years down the road as people study you. So you might be at home right now thinking, I don't know, do they really want to hear this? Hey, send it. Do we play it? I don't know if we play it. I haven't heard it yet. But it's something to achieve, to get on. And then when you do, that goes down. And there's somebody that isn't even born yet that's going to listen to your interview or is going to dig you up, and it's going to inspire them. And we're going to keep a flavor on this coast that is our flavor. It's hard. I ride a line when it comes to documenting art. In some ways, when you say, hey, this is the art, this is the sound, this is the music of a people, it freezes it. It freezes it in a time that is that moment, that you called it. This is what this is. You see it with folk art, in particular in the East Coast. You look around, it's very rudimentary, it's very Maud Lewis, it's very basic. The folk of the East Coast has changed since then, but we locked it in at that moment. I don't want to freeze East Coast type hip hop, but what I want to do is allow us to come back to the spice cabinet, that makes up East Coast hip hop. We're not a spice, we're a cabinet. And we got a lot of different spices, and they move in and out of rotation of what we're using more of or less of. But we have everything, and we can do everything. And I want all those players to be recognized. On that front, I think people that are working with artists coming out of NSCC, do your due diligence. If you're not trying to get your artist on this show, you're not doing your job. It was something I wouldn't have said a year ago or 2 years ago, but it's something I would say now. It's a great jumping off point. It's easy access. We're not hard to get on board with. We'll break a lot of rules to let you do what you need to do. all of that is being said to say this, I guess. There's a young man in town that I've heard a bit about from a couple of different sources, and his name is Ben Francis. And Jordan Metro went out of his way, and he's not even necessarily like in a manager capacity, but I think just in a conscientious, like, hey, it'd be good to get this out there and get it out in the world and get this song moving, get these songs moving. He just reached out and said, here's some tracks. That makes it so easy for us to extend this platform. The way I look at this show is we have a space and all of us can occupy it. I might be the filter, Video Dave might be the filter of what we do on this a bit. You know, we can't just do whatever or else nothing would happen. We have to be a filter of what happens, but I want as many, and I think Video Dave is with me on this, we want as much as we can get in here, and we want to give opportunity and share the space that we have with people. So do this. If you're at home and you're like, hey, I got this banger. Don't send me a banger if only you are the only person that's ever thought it was a banger. Don't do that. At least run it by, like, your friend. And even that, I don't know. Find someone who, like, maybe doesn't like you and get them to, if they're like, it's still a banger, dude, I don't like you, but this is then send it to me. Anyway, Ben Francis, this track is called Control Us. It's from an album called December. 88.1 CKDU. If you don't know about us, we don't know about you. Holler at us. Blah.
Yeah, I come from the north, I'm way up with my bros. Can't fuck with these hoes, I just roll up my door. Pitting licks for the low, I goose for the slow. Black boost through your door, anything for the score. I come from the north, I come from the north, I'm gon' let them know. I roll up a backwood, she roll up a fast split. She hit them switches like she Dirk on the Mavericks. See your niggas is savage, pull up on you in traffic. Real niggas ain't got no time for that mad shit. I just been rolling around the city trying to find out a place to go. I've been on a mission, put me in the kitchen, cook then I flip for dough. Cause all I spit is crack, monkey on your back, all of my shit is dope. And I've been drinking way too much, I need me some face, some hope. And all I know, that I'm never sober, but she gon' come over. Just keep it real with me, baby, that's all that I told you. Better keep your composure, no mistaken, it's over. That's why I'm rolling around with a strap and no holster. Can't fuck with my niggas, can't mess with my soldiers. Until you young and you ballin', man, nobody knows ya. All I need is my soldiers, yeah, the trap taking over. I'm tryna stack up these hundreds so they can. Bought a pan, roll it bad, then I Blue Jays. Shout out to the city of the screw face. Shout out to the city where my roots based. All you rappers sweet, wonder why I got a toothache. Cause I've been eating niggas, never lose weight. And I don't really wanna trap out for the sweater, but the shit that I've been through gon' make it hard for me to settle. And the niggas on the bench are too deserving of their medals, big upset. I'm hot at the midnight, morality big like bananas on my hotline bling. Always flexing on the gram for my online things. But I guess when you the man, that's what spotlight brings. Cool with all my flings, but I keep them a distance. The way the back it counts it up, I think I need an assistant. Roll up trees where I'm living, on the knees for them Christian Dior bags.